Welcome back to practical sessions, dear students. We are working on Python, how to do Python programming. Okay, so as I said, you have to first install Python. Okay, then after installing Python, just go to search box in the computer and type Python. When you type Python, you can see Python manuals. It's a 64-bit Python. You can see manual documents. Okay. So for 32-bit and 64-bit, I have installed 2 times. That's the reason you are seeing 2 times. But my system is 64-bit. Okay. And then here IDLE, idle Python 64-bit. This is what you have to open. Idle, IDLE. So click here. When you click, you can see the Python shell, it's open. Okay, Python shell, it's open. And here, in order to write a simple programs, you can just start typing here. Okay, so I want to say print hello world. So print, it's a output function, as I said. So print, print, open bracket. Okay, and within single quotation or double quotation or triple quotation, you can write something. So let me write it in single quotation. I'm starting with a single quotation. Welcome to SFS school. Okay. So I'm just closing the single quotation and then closing the bracket also. Now see what is the result you're getting. Welcome to SFS school. Immediately you're getting, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a program. Okay. For that, go to File tab and then New File. So once you open a new file, you are getting a editor, Python editor you are getting. So we are going to write a program over here. Okay, multi-line program. This is like a single line. Okay, interactive mode. We can do it with a command prompt or over here. And for multi-line, we have to go to Python editor. This is the editor. Okay, so I'm in a new document. So let me type print. Okay. So open bracket, single quotation, welcome to SFS school. Close the single bracket, press enter. Then I'm just typing print in double quotation. Okay, so single quotation, then I'm using double quotation. Welcome to computer lab. Double quotation close, bracket close. Then again with the print. Okay, open bracket, triple quotation, then I am writing welcome to Python. Okay, so let me close this triple quotation also, close the bracket. So program, it's over. So only output functions I am writing. So print, it's an output function, and inside whatever we are writing in a single quotation or double quotation or triple quotation will be displayed as it is as an output. Clear? Okay, so let me save this file. File, save, and take your location where you want to save. Okay, so I'm saving it in my folder. So the file name I'm giving it output function. So output or welcome we'll say. Okay, welcome dot py. It's a Python program, right? So we have to save it with py. Then click on save button. Then after saving, so the program is saved. Do you see the name welcome.py right here also? Yes. So the program is saved now. Now we have to execute the program. Okay. So in the editor, we have returned the program. So we have to get the output. Okay. So how to get the output? You have to go to the tab called run. Click run module. Now do you see? Welcome to SFS school, welcome to computer lab, welcome to Python. This is the output. Clear, students? That's good. Okay. So once the program is over, you can close it because we saved it, right? And if you want to write another program, again go to file, new file. Okay. So when you go to new file, here we are going to add 2 numbers, another program to add 2 numbers. Okay. So I'm not supposed to take the numbers directly as a 10 and 5. So how I should take it? I should take it with the help of variables. So I'm giving num1 is equal to 10. Okay, num1 is equal to 10. Then num2, the second variable name, it's num2 is equal to 5. Then it is going to get saved in the variable called sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, then print. So what I'm going to print? Sum, double quotation you have to use a single quotation or double or triple to display as it is. Okay, sum of num1 and num2 are is equal to double quotation closing, and after that I should get a output. So I have placed a comma over here, and where does the result goes? The result is in sum. See here, the sum only gets the answer. So sum, sum. Close it. That's all. Okay. So program over. So don't forget to save it. Save. Okay, and go to your folder. So it is a program for sum of two numbers. So I am giving the name sum.py. Then click on save button. Then how to run the program? Go to run module. Do you see sum of num1 and num2 is equal to 15? Got it? So it's automatically just adds the number. Okay. Now, would you like to do a product of two numbers? Yes. Okay. Shall we write it again? Shall we take a new editor? Go to File, New File. Okay. So in the new file, so what I have to do is, now let me take x. Okay. X is equal to 20. Y is equal to 25. Okay. So, or 20 itself, 10. Okay. Y is equal to 10. Then z is equal to x into y. So this is a calculation I have done. So I want to display the result. Okay, so print, open bracket, single quotation or a double or triple quotation. Okay, so print, and you can see a box comes which says the syntax, how to write. After print you have to write the value, then it is a separation marks. Okay, comma you can use it. Likewise it gives a syntax. Okay, so you just simply write the syntax, product of. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is product of x and y, right? So shall we write it as product of 10, 20 and 10? So for that, what you have to do is close this bracket. Okay, put a comma, then write x. Okay, x is over, then comma, product of, and we have to put and it is in single quotation, because whatever we are giving in a quotation, that will be displayed as it is. Here I want to take the value of x as 20. So I am not supposed to put it in quotation mark. Within the quotation, if I put it in a quotation, then the x will be printed, not the value of x will be printed. Okay. So if you want to display the value of the variable, just write the variable without any quotation mark. Okay. Then y is equal to okay. So what is the answer? The answer is z. Then close. Okay, let's see what is how do we get it. Save, and the name I'm going to give it product, right? So this is product.py. Okay, so we saved it. How to run? Go to run tab, run module. Do you see product of 20 and 10? It's 200. Is it clear, students? Yes or no? Yes, that's good. Okay. Then next one. So similarly, we can do subtraction, division, product, power, and all the operations. But you have to keep it in mind that we are using variables. Okay. We are not taking any number directly. We are taking numbers with the help of variable. So variable name can be anything, but it should start with a letter or underscore. Got it? Okay. And we studied about the print function, which is the output function. So inside the print, whatever you write it inside the quotation marks, maybe a single or a double or a triple, will be displayed as we have given in the output screen. and you have to use the separator as a comma. Okay, and if you are using a comma and if you are writing the variables without any quotation mark, then the value of that variable will be displayed on the screen. See here, product of, it's in double quotation, right? So here you can see the product of it's displayed as it is. Then x I did not put in quotation mark. That is the reason. What is x? X is 20. The value of x is displayed over here instead of x. Similarly, and is in quotation mark, so which is displayed as it is, and over here. Then after and, you can see y. Y, it is not in a quotation mark, so the value of y is displayed over here. Then is equal to 200. 200 it's z. What is z? 20 into 10 it's z. So the value it's displayed. Is it clear for everyone? That's good, students. This is what we do simple programs with Python. Students, we have written program for adding two numbers and multiplying two numbers. And here we have given the values directly, right? So now we are going to write a program by entering the value at the run time. So when we run the program, at that time we are going to give the values. Okay. So let's see how to do it. For that, let me open a new file. Okay. So I opened a new file. Let me make it smaller. Okay. Okay, let it be here. Okay, so first thing is, as I said, the input we are going to give. So how we are going to give it? A is equal to, okay, A is equal to input. So for getting an input from a user, we have to use the function called input. Okay, and inside the bracket, I'm going to write it in double quotation. Okay, enter the first number. Enter the first number. Okay, then double quotation closed and then close the bracket. So whatever we write it in the within the double quotation or a single quotation or a triple quotation, that is going to be displayed as we have given. So first statement, when you run this program, it will ask enter the first number. So you will enter some number, right? That number will go and occupied with this letter A. That is a variable name. Okay. So the variable A will hold the number what we are typing. Okay. So after typing, the computer has to display what we have written. Okay. So to display, that means output. So what is the output function? It's print. What it is going to display? It's going to display the value A what we entered. Okay. Then in the next line, we have to get the second number. The second number, I'm going to take it with letter P. P is equal to input. Okay. Open bracket, double quotation, enter the second number. Okay. Then close it. Got it? Okay. Then press enter button. Then so we have received the input from the user. Okay. So the receiving process, input, it's over. So what is the next one? It has to be processed. So what is the process? We are writing a program for multiplying two numbers, right? So we have to multiply A into B. So this A into B, where does it will get stored? It will be stored in another variable. So I'm going to give a name of the variable as product. Product is equal to, I'm going to multiply two numbers. Okay. And the type of numbers I'm going to give at the time of run is integer. It's a whole numbers. Okay. Whole number means which are called as integers. Okay. So I'm just typing int. Int means integer A. Okay. Plus integer B. Okay. That's all. That next line. Okay. In the next line, what I'm going to type is, we have to display the result because this is a processing. Sorry, this is not plus, right? This is into. Okay. So in the next line, I'm going to give you the result. Okay. Result, what is the statement for displaying the result? It is print. Okay. So print, open bracket. Okay. So in double quotation, the product of, okay, the product of A and B, right? So place a comma, then the letter A, then comma. A and should be in double quotation again. Okay, and you can use a double quotation or a triple quotation or a single quotation, that doesn't matter. Okay, and B is equal to should be in quotation. Okay, is equal to, so what is the answer? The answer is product. Okay, so product, close it. So did you understand? So I have written the product of in double quotation, so that is going to become as it is, and here A is not in quotation, so which takes the value of A which I have given here. Okay, then and it's a double quotation, so it will be displayed as it is. Then B it's not in quotation, so how it will be displayed? Instead of B, it will display the value of B which I entered. Okay, then product. Okay, here we missed one statement. So after getting the second value, we have to display the second value also, right? So is it clear for everyone? All of you just read it. First getting an input and then displaying the same. Again getting the second number, then displaying the same. Then it is a process in the computer, what process it should happen? A into B. Both numbers are integers. The whole numbers I am giving. So integers I have given. In case if I am going to give decimal numbers, then I have to specify here float. F-L-O-A-T, float. Okay. Then print the product of A and B is equal to the answer, product. Clear? So let us save this. So file, save. So when I save, I should save it with the correct name. Already product we have given, so I am giving pro.py, which is an extension of Python file. Click on save button, then go to run tab and then run module. When you click on run module, it says enter the first number. First number I have 5. So it says 5. Enter the second number 8. So the product of 5 and 8 is equal to 40. We got the answer. Clear? Okay. Now let's do the next question. Okay. So let me just open a new file. Okay. So new file is open, and here now we have done questions for adding two numbers and multiplying two numbers. One method we have directly given the values. Second method we have given the values at the run time. Clear? Okay, so these are the two methods we have seen. Similarly, you can work out for subtraction and division also. Okay, so in the operators we have studied arithmetic operators, right? So you can work out with all the operators with the same pattern you can work out. Clear? Okay. Now we are going to study some more type of questions. Okay, that is called nested loops. We are going to see the loops. Sometimes in our life also we have to take a decision, right? So if you study, you will get good marks and you can go to good college and you get a good job. If you're not studying else, if you're not doing that, then according to your scores you have to select your college, right? So there is a time we have to take decisions, and according to that we have to move. Similarly, in programming also there are situations we have to take a decision. We have to take the decision. Okay, so it is like a which number it's the greatest number. Two numbers are there. If A is greater than B, then display A is the greatest number. If B is else, otherwise display B is the greatest number. Likewise we have to do. So we are going to do program with the loops. Okay, there are different types of loops, like a if loop, the only if, then if else, and then nested if else. One if inside another if, inside another if, likewise which goes on. They are called nested if loops. Okay, so if you do this, you will get this. Otherwise means else you will get this. So that is a condition. If you do, you will get this one. If not, if this particular loop is not done, then you will get the another result. Okay, so that is the thing we are going to do with the loops. Okay, the very first loop we are going to study is if loop. So for the if loop, we are going to study with comparing two numbers. Okay, which number is greater? Say for example, let me take A is equal to 20, B is equal to 50. Okay, then I am asking the condition if B greater than A. Okay, if B greater than A, I'm asking if B is greater than A. Condition, it's true, right? So what it has to say, it has to display the result. Yes, B is the greatest number. Yes, B is the greatest number. Okay, so whenever you use a loop, you have to end up with a colon symbol. Do you see two dots are here? Yes. Then next line, print double quotation or single quotation or triple quotation, that doesn't matter. Okay, print b is the greatest number. Okay, single quotation means close a single quotation, that's all. Okay, see, let us save this program. Okay, file save, then it's a if program, if dot py. Okay, so let me run by going to run tab and run module. See, B is the greatest number. Directly it gives the answer, right? Okay, because directly we have given the numbers. If you want to do it with, okay, so it is closed, no problem. Let me open. So can you tell me how to open this Python shell and the editor? Yes, go to search box and type Python. Okay, so you will get a Python editor, Python IDE. Where is that? Python idle. Okay, so here first one, Python idle for 64-bit. Click here, the Python shell opens, and from here you can go to file, new file. Okay, so new file, it's open. Got it? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we compared two numbers and said one condition, if B is greater than A, then display A is greater or B is greater. Now we are going to give a condition. If it is not true, what it has to do? If it is not true, okay, let me write it here. A is equal to 25, B is equal to 30. Okay, if A is greater than B, give a condition. Okay, if this condition is true, immediately write the block of statement. Print A is the greatest number. Okay, so double quotation closing, over. In case if it is not true, then what it has to do? Now if you check the condition, A is not greater than B, right? So then this condition, if A is greater than B, this condition, it's not true. And if it is not true, then it has to go to the next set of statement. Okay, so this condition, if it is true, then it will execute the next statement. If it is not true, then it will go to the next part called else part. It will go to the next part called else part. That's what it is called, if else. Okay, print B is the greatest number. Okay, so close the quotation. That's all. The program, it's over. Did you understand? We are giving a condition. If this condition is true, if it is correct, then it will execute the statement which is just below that, just right after that condition, whatever is there, that will be executed. If it is false, if this condition is false, then it will jump to else part and it will execute this statement. This is called if else. This is called if else condition. Decision making loops. Okay, so let me save it and see. Save. Okay, that is if else, if L dot Python py. Let me save it and then run the module. Invalid syntax. Let's see what is the mistake in this syntax. See, I have just to put the else at the beginning of this. Let's see what happens. Yes, it is correct. Okay, because the spaces also matters over here. So B is the greatest number. Clear? Dear students, so far we have studied about writing simple programs. That is how to add two numbers, multiply two numbers. Okay, and all the arithmetic operations you can perform in the same manner what I have done. Okay, we have done the programs in two methods. One is, the first method is directly giving the values, and the second method is at the run time the user has given the values. Okay, so practice both methods. Okay, and also we studied the if else statement, that also please practice. Okay, and tomorrow I will be posting another video of remaining nested loops which are given in your textbook. So practice everything, and your exam portion it's chapter 1 to 4, and I'll send you the notes today itself. Got it? Thank you, students. Practice and study in a daily basis. Thank you.